It's just what we expected. I said this was going to happen 2 weeks ago. Darren Wilson will not be indicted. It's not going to happen. I tried to let y'all down easy because I knew when they were letting that information out, oh, they were preparing us. They were preparing us for the inevitable screwing over that they intended to do long time ago. I'm sorry I was right. I wanted to be wrong. I wanted to be surprised tonight. I wanted them to hand down a verdict that gave us hope that we were moving in the right direction, but we're not. You know, they gave us that bone with Michael Dunn. Remember that? You got that bone. Oh, yeah, we had to try him twice in order to get it, but they gave it to us. Unarmed kid in the car, he shot 7, 8 times, whatever, into a vehicle. Not a scratch on him, not a cut on him. We were lucky to get that one. We had to fight to get that. We had to come back at him twice to get that murder charge. Hell, I did a story today of a 12-year-old with a BB gun. And people are saying, well, it looked real. It don't matter, motherfucker, if it looks real. You're supposed to give him a chance to put it down. Obviously, you didn't give him long enough because it wasn't a real gun. Unless you're trying to tell me that the little boy was suicidal and wanted to die. You can't say he was high, because y'all love saying that. He was high. No, he was 12. He wasn't high. No, he wasn't on any brain-altering drug or medication. He just didn't move fast enough. He just moved the wrong way, and you killed him. He was 12. Because he's black, he looks scary. So you know they're going to find Darren Wilson not guilty. Hell, man, we can't even get him to go to court. He shot Mike Brown 6 times. And look, I know some of y'all don't like me, man. I know this. I know some people watch me just because they hate me. They can't turn away. They hate me, but they got to watch me. Because they hate me, but they just got to watch me. Even though I know some of y'all hate me and disagree with me because I'm a liberal. Yeah, I said it, I'm a liberal. But do you really think 6 shots were justified? I mean, between you and me. I mean, I know you probably the redneckest motherfucker on the planet, but do you really think that motherfucker needed to shoot that motherfucker 6 times? Prosecutor McCullough thinks so. Yeah, he thinks it's fine. And so does the jury. Now, they had a 12-person jury, but they only needed 9 people to agree with the verdict for them to give a verdict. And just so happens, it was 9 white folks and 3 blacks. But that does not mean that it wasn't a unanimous verdict. That doesn't mean that, because it could have been. There were some black people that let Zimmerman walk. I mean, one. But still. He walked. You know, part of me wants to tell you, folks out there in Ferguson, not to riot. But the other part of me wants to tell you, fuck them. Burn that shit down, but you burn down your own house, so how does that help you? How does that help us? How does that help Missouri? How does that help the world? Every 28 hours, a black man is shot by a cop. If that's okay for you, you think that's okay, that you are a warped, fucked up individual. You are really, truly not playing with a full deck. Darren Wilson was not hurt. I mean, I've been in fights with people. I've been in fights and had to knuckle up, knock a motherfucker out. But I never felt like I had to put 6 bullets in somebody. Maybe one to back a motherfucker up off me. Maybe one. You know, 6. 6 bullets on an unarmed man. 6. I said it before, I say it again. I don't think Bin Laden got 6 shots, man. I think they shot him like twice. 3 times, maybe 4 times, but 6 times? They shot Mike Brown 6 times. And he didn't blow up the World Trade Center. And they justified it. I repeat, we can't even get Darren Wilson to go to court for this shit. We can't even watch the process play out in court, day to day, looking at the evidence. Instead, we got this McCullough this motherfucking prosecutor get up there and just tell us basically everything that Wilson said. He repeated Wilson's whole alibi as if that was fact. I'm upset. But once again, I am not shocked. My heart goes out to the family of Mike Brown. We need to take a long look at our government. We need to take a long look at our society. A long look at our justice system. A long look at our politicians. A long fucking look! That's what we need to do. Because it ain't getting better, it's getting worse. And the lie that is getting better only makes it more bitter when bad things like this happen. Doesn't it? I don't know what else to say except I love y'all. I want y'all to stay safe. I don't think even if y'all burn down all of Missouri, that shit will change. I just don't believe it'll change. I think we are fucked. And ain't nothing gonna fix that shit. Sorry. I was about to upload the video I just shot or that you just watched, and a friend of mine texts me and says, shots fired, tear gas, police cars damaged, tear gassing media in crowds. National Guard called in, helicopters flying. Shit just got real fast. That's what they typed. I don't know how I feel about that. But you know, when you sit back, you watch footage of other countries and the things that go on in those countries, like in France, when they were rioting in France, now you see. Now you see what it's like. It's people feeling helpless, powerless. And then we have a segment of our population who think they have no reason to be upset. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the truth about this shit. Man, I just hope that people wake up and realize that this is a fight for the people. Someone, and I want to touch on this because I think it needs to be said. A lot of times, man, white people will say to me, they'll say, Tim, you really cool, Tim, but why is it black people always ride and get fucked up when something happens to somebody black? When something happens to somebody white, we don't do that shit. Maybe you should. Maybe you should give a fuck. Maybe you should stop just thinking about yourself and look at the person, the victim, as an extension of yourself. Why don't you do that? Why don't you look at victims who look like you as victims as people who need your help instead of going, hey, got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. The fuck is that? That's not my fault that you'll step over a white person who's in the middle of the street homeless and you'll point at him and laugh. It's not my fault you'll do that shit. Just because I wouldn't do that to a brother or a sister and just be like, haha, look at this broke motherfucker. You ain't got no food. That shit hurts my heart. It hurts my heart to see anyone in that condition. But when I see somebody black in that condition, it hurts my heart in a certain way because I know it's possible. That motherfucker could have got fired from a job because he was too black. Black people can't fire white people because we don't got enough companies. Y'all gotta get it, man. Y'all don't get it. I'm sorry you don't get it. It's not about racism. It's about placism. When you in last fucking place, and I don't give a fuck how many black people disagree with me, we in last fucking place, man. It's motherfucking immigrants that come over this country do better than us. We in last fucking place. They always point at one motherfucker and say, Well, this person did it. Why can't all... We look at Oprah. What the fuck, man? Oprah sold her soul 40 years ago. And sold this motherfucker. She sold her soul 40 years ago. Stop telling me look at Oprah. Stop telling me look at Obama. Look at all these other motherfuckers who don't have shit. Who have absolutely nothing. But back to this, man. Y'all stop it. Look, you guys just go home. You stop tearing up shit and stop acting like fucking niggers. Okay? Fuck that. Do what you gotta do. But realize that's not gonna fix it. Yeah, you angry. Now you're gonna end up in jail. This is not the way to solve shit. And those people gonna say, Tim Coonan. No, I'm not. Are you in Ferguson about to go to jail, bitch? I'm talking to the people in Ferguson who, for whatever reason, might be watching this video, which that's probably almost fucking impossible. All right? Maybe I'll just keep on recording as I learn more information about what's going on. I don't know. Let me update this shit. Let me upload this and do another video. I read a headline that said that Mike Brown's mom, she sobbed. She yelled out in pain at the ruling. And then I read that the father was totally devastated. And you may think they have no reason to be. It's sad. It's a sad day in America. The whole world is watching this shit. All right. Don't get dead. All right?